It's time for another episode of Ask Mr. Tricam, starring me, Mr. Tricam. Today, I'm answering viewer questions about what gear to carry on your rack. A viewer writes, "Dear Mr. Tricam, I saw this strange video of a guy soloing, but he was carrying a huge orange pack and wearing a harness with some random pieces of gear, but no rope and no partner. Then he stops and whips out some sort of battery-powered Gizmo and proceeds to jackhammer his forearms. Can you please explain what the f*** this video is about? Signed, Perplexed." Well, Perplexed, to tell the truth, I was perplexed too. But I asked the great Google, and he told me that Gizmo is a TheraBlaster. It's an amazing device that gives you Alex Honnold's superpowers to get off the ground while you're carrying huge amounts of stuff you don't need. And it also doubles as a sex toy if you just want to get off. Another viewer writes, "Dear Mr. Tricam, I'm a new trad leader and only leading 5.3 to 5.5, and I'm never sure what gear to carry on my rack. Can you advise me on this? Signed, Gearless." No problem, Gearless. A rack with a general assortment of gear, including Tricams of course, will suffice for most moderate trad routes. Here's a great example of a light trad rack that's suitable for 5.3 to 5.5 routes. And if you can actually climb while you're carrying all that stuff, it means you should be climbing 513. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but if you have a question for Mr. Tricam, I'd love to hear from you. You can leave your questions in the comments section of this video, or you can email me directly at mrtricam@hellojoemedia.com. You might even get a serious answer.